half hour of your time. You can say anything you want. You can ask me anything you want. Gloves off. And for people who want to know what uncensored is, uncensored's my way of showing people that even with a learning disability, I can still overcome controversy and reach my goals in life. At the same time, I'm able to turn myself into a perfect example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities or disabilities that you should never give up, and you should prove to people you can still amount to something no matter what. And it's about never giving up and proving people wrong. With that being said, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, first of all, I was born in Michigan, but I love California. California is such a beautiful place, and also the perfect place for me to pursue what I've always wanted to do is become part of the modeling and acting world. I just always, this is the only, there's some things you just know you want to do in your life, and you know, you don't have a pathway or a kind of any special way to go, but you're gonna, you just gotta have to find a way to prove it that you can do it, and that's how I've always felt. And one of the big thing I really, really want to see is be a James Bond girl. I love those movies. The first movie I saw was For Your Eyes Only, and I just watching the girl. She just seems so. I love how she's independent. She was strong, and James Bond had some competition here. No doubt about that. And she was beautiful. That to me is qualities I think of the perfect girl. And I just love that movie. Plus all the gadgets and exotic places, and can't top the movie. I can't wait for the new one to come out. Um, I've had people tell me I'm crazy. Oh well. When someone tells me I can't do something, I will just prove them wrong. It may take time, but I've been called by my mom. I'm very resourceful in getting what things done. some some people kind of go, okay, she did it. They're like, wow, well, I proved you, I did it. And some things I kind of I have a twin named Kelly. We did once was write a letter to Carol Alt to ask her a tip and advice of what to do because when you don't have anyone helping you, you gotta seek out some help some other way. And she sent back a wonderful letter. I mean, she didn't have to do that, but she sent back a letter telling, in order to do it, you really have to go out where it is, California or New York. But you have to understand, California, that was easy for me because got Hollywood, got all the places. So that to me, plus it's warm year round. Being in Michigan for a long time, it's cold. And I just want to be in a place warm year round where I just, to me, being there is just, I'm happy. So that's the place for me. And there's other things I like to do. I like to be a beauty spokesgirl for a beauty product. I'm on it all. I mean, and I just know sometimes when I have doubts, I keep going. I get, I think, am I making a mistake? Is it really, whatever? But then I always get little reminders of things that tell me, no, keep going. You'll get it. Just be patient. I guess it's one of the things I got to learn lessons in life is patience, which if anyone can tell me how to master it, please tell me. And please, that's just how I feel. Even my twin laughs when I say that. But I remember one time I went to Walt Disney World, and have you ever been there?
Heard of it, I never gone there.
Okay, well, there's one ride called the movie ride. Okay, in the beginning they show movie clips like Indiana Jones, Star Wars, from the very beginning to what update now up to that's what's now all major celebrities that you just really like. And watching that, I thought, you know, I want to be on that clip. I want my clip to be on there. I want people to see me successful in that. And that to me was has always stuck in my mind, and I just want to keep that going. And watching you, I was thinking, do you have any special like icon or talk show host that you look up to that inspired you to do this, or was this just something you just knew? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to decide. I'm going to prove to people that I can do it.
Basically, make a long story short, I used to work in retail, and I was watching my brothers and my sisters. My sister became a poetry writer. My brothers, one of them became a teacher. One of them um, went on tour. The other two are doing whatever. And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, that's great. And they had their disabilities at one time or another. And I just said, screw it. Actually, it's uncensored. I said, fuck it. I'm going to show people that even with a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And I mean,
Good for you.
and we still have this conversation today. Oh, go help your brother find a job, or help your sister do this, do that. And say, what about me? You're in a special boat.
Ah,
You're a special case. You gotta work in retail until something works out. Or my dad says this is a hobby, and I was like, and I got sick from working in retail. Make a long story short, and I was like, don't want to be miserable for
good
the
for
rest of
you.
my life. So I said, well, I'm using my learning disability as a crutch. Can't drive, can't go to college, can't do this, can't do that. Fuck it. I'm going to show people that even with a learning disability, I can still amount to something, no matter what. Even if it backfires in my face and it's uncensored. And what uncensored is, it's like, oh, he's got to say the F word. He says, oh, boobies. No. If that's, you can say whatever you want. Freedom of speech.
I like that.
And I have no control over what you say, what you do. You can get out, walk around. You can give me the middle finger if you want to. That's completely up to you. Uncensored is freedom of speech, freedom of self-expression. You can say and do what you want, and just be yourself. I'm being myself,
I
and
like
you're
that.
being yourself, and that's what uncensored is. I got in a lot of arguments with people about that. That's another subject we can get to later. And but people who inspire me, he thinks I'm an ass kisser, but I use my brother for an inspiration because I watch what he does and I try to mirror it.
Cool.
And I looked up to George Carlin, Dennis Leary, Robin Williams, and I try to do what they do. But it's like, okay, I have a learning disability. I don't want to be like, okay, today I'm gonna talk show. We're going to talk about this. But so I'm gonna just throw some humor in there,
Yeah.
like say the F word occasionally. I'm not gonna say F because that's stupid. If I do it once or twice, or if you get me fired up, it's
Oh, I
okay.
see.
But it's not gonna be repetitive. I
Oh,
know
I
a lot of
see.
people do that to get a cheap pop, but I don't know. But the whole point is, people said you gotta work in retail for the rest of your life. You gotta be put in a group home. You gotta be a burden for everyone. It's like screw it. I must show to you I can still mount to something no matter what.
No, you're showing them that there's no limitations on anything you want to do with your life, and you're showing that no one knows how a person should live. No one knows how you should be. I mean, you're showing them that even though we're all different in God's eye, I mean, we're all perfect in God's eyes. With even though we may have some limitations someplace, we have a great strength in some other part. Just like you have this great strength in doing this show, you're not going to let anyone tell you, no, you got to do this. You can say, I'm going to tell you this is why. And you're doing it, which is great inspiration because it's just showing that those people need to back off and let you show the true star that you are, that you have something to show, and they got this, okay, back off, let you do it. I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And the next question I was gonna ask you is, well, two questions. Actually, three questions. I'm gonna ask you two easy ones, and then one about your career. But first question is, did you ever do sports growing up?
Me?
And when you were in college, were you a study nerd or party animal? Those are the two easy ones. And the third one is, how did you start your career?
Oh, okay. Well, I've always been a swimmer. I've swam all my life. I've known how to swim since I was 5 years old. To me, the greatest feeling I could just do it myself. And Kelly and my twin, we swam competitively together all the time. But I didn't really swim in the high school. I just was kind of more of like I feel like the kid, that's always changing school. So I never felt I really belonged there. And I'm not really the party animal. I'm kind of even my parents, I kind of think they kind of wish I was, but I always, I don't know, I want people to like me, but I have to admit, I do get goofy at times when I'm around someone I'm comfortable, but if I don't know the person, I don't want to offend them, I'm afraid they might think, But if I knew him, yeah, I'm open up more. Um, what got me started was when after that letter from Carol Alt, I knew I had to go to California. I had to make a trip, but you know like how expensive that can be, so I had to wait until I had the money. Finally, had the money, and I had to find an agency that would allow me to come get interview, even though I'm out of state at that time. And when I found someone, I kept saying, "Sure." Oh yeah, I went there. It was a very positive, wonderful experience. I went there. Okay, I got a first call. I was like, oh, excited. This is great. And then when I sat there, I asked God, please give me a good sign. It's working out. Sat down. One man comes over to me and goes, are you here for second call? Can you imagine how inside it's like, thank you, God. That was quick. Fast service there, God. So, and then I did get a second call, and I actually got interviewed with that same man. He was going to sign me, but since I didn't have I was still in Michigan, couldn't do it. But the idea that gave me such good hopes that yeah, I got a good start. Just keep going, and don't give up. And I try to find jobs here and there for modeling acting, and it got to one point where nothing's happening. I'm getting so frustrated. So I went fine, universe. God threw a pencil up in the air. I said, okay, I give up. You tell me what am I supposed to do? I'm online. I find an ad saying they need a blonde for a new TV show coming up. So I thought, what the heck? I have nothing to lose. Hey, what? So I sent my picture and my phone number. 15 to 20 minutes later, I got a response to ask if I was allowed to go audition for the show. I was excited, but also scared because, how many blondes? I figure there's a lot of blondes in California. I'm not the only one. So right there, I got the job. So I'm going to be a supporting cast in a TV show, which, of course, I love. It's still in the middle of casting and getting things going, but the idea, oh, God, like, yeah, it's just wonderful. And I just keep trying, keep praying that something else will come in between the time to get the momentum going so I get more experience, I can add more to my resume, and just get more context so I can get into it. Because I just would love, for one, like someone in the James Bond movie, the producer see my face, say, hey, we need the blood here, come on. So that's what I would love to happen. So I keep trying, I don't give up, and like, you're a great inspiration. I mean, look at you. You keep going. I mean, you had all these people telling you, "Oh no, we'll decide this for you," and you just kept going. And look at you now. I bet there's a lot of people who had their jaws dropping. I'm gonna say, "Okay, we got a message. We better leave. He's doing it." So, was there a time when you felt like me, when you kind of discouraged, but something came in like a little? I've been told it's like a God wink, maybe like a special time, or some coincidence, a miracle came and it kept you going.
Can you give me a perfect example?
I'll just say like, okay, you're down, and you see, someone comes by and says, keep going, you're gonna do it, you got it, just keep going. Or like example, when I felt doubts about it, and then I saw that movie Ride, and I want to be part of that movie.
Well, people said I know well, actually, I'm gonna put you on the spot. When I approached you about being a guest on my talk show, I'm gonna answer the question, but I'm gonna ask you first. When I approached you about being a guest on my talk show, what made you say yes, and were you hesitant about it?
Oh, of course, I was truly honest. I thought, wow, this is cool. There's no hesitation because I thought this would be great. I'll be on a show like this, and I see this is wonderful. I mean, I just appreciate that you giving me this time because there's so many other people that you go to and give to. So I want to say thank you. I mean, I really do appreciate it. I don't take this for granted and say, oh yeah, when's my turn? Where am I? No, I do appreciate this very much.
No problem. Like I said, I'm a good person, and you're making a new friend out of it
No,
as
that's what
well.
I also like because I want to make new friends, especially in life when I guess I've been hurt by some people I thought were my friends, and then so you're kind of afraid to take chances. And when you make friends, I thought that's one of the reasons. I like probably 90% of the reason I really wanted to do this interview because I appreciate the thought. I got a new friend. This is wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Now to answer the question, um, I interviewed some people who said, um, "Oh, you're doing this a wonderful thing. Keep up the good work." And they would say to me, "Keep up, can you keep my interview private?" And it didn't bother me in the beginning.
It's like, that's insulting.
And then I was like, after, okay, one person, okay, two. Then it was six. And then I was thinking about, why the hell are you doing the interview if I can't use it? And then
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, well, I'm going to tell you the truth. My agent said to me it was embarrassing. My publicist said it was degrading for me to be around people like you, to do something like this. You're hurting my career. You're doing this, you're doing that. You're a liar. You told us that you were handicapped, but after talking to you, you don't look handicapped, so you're a hypocrite, you're this, you're that. And there's other people who said to me, uh, when I worked over at one store, this one girl said to me, patience is a virtue. And I said, yeah, I think you have the wrong person.
I hate this thing.
But it's just, I don't know. People try to bring me down, but I look at what I can accomplish. All the interviews, season one, season two. We're now on season three. Got to enter season four, and thanks to you, we're up to 250. And
Wow,
I
that's
just want
cool.
to say thank you.
I like that. No, I told everyone. I told my twin. I told some of my friends on Facebook. I'm like, they're excited for me. I mean, they're really. This is cool. I mean, I show them that where to look for you on Facebook. No, I'm proud. This is. For them to say that means I really. I don't know. They could say they're jealous of you, that you are doing something that they know they could never do, and you're getting all these people. I mean, how many seasons you've done? You're doing great. I mean, it's called jealousy. People are mean. Jealousy makes people mean, plain and simple.
Well, I gave you a perfect example. Um, I got into an argument with my brother. Well, one of them anyway. And he said, "I went to college. I have a BA
Whoopie doo.
or a bachelor's and media media broadcast, and I went to school and I can't get a freaking job. And you have Keith over here, has his own talk show. What the hell, man? I paid all that money and I can't do anything." And then I don't know. I told him one time I had who was it? Oh, I told him I interviewed Double J, a professional wrestler. Said, "I'm gonna have Double J Jet Jarrett on my interview," and he says, "I don't know what to say to you." And I was like, "Okay, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I don't know what to say to you. I don't know. I don't know." That's like, okay, can you just say, "Hey, you've been struggling. You did a lot," and it's true. I did a lot of retarded things. And today's Yom Kippur actually, and I am fasting because I did a lot of stupid things recently. So I just want to give myself a clean slate. But it's kind of like I'm a good person at heart. Do I do stupid things? Absolutely.
Everyone does.
But it doesn't make me a horrible person. But it's just I don't know. If there's something you want to do, you should go up and get it. You should prove to
Exactly.
people you can still amount to something.
You don't get that time back. I mean, if you don't try then, that time's gone and you'll never get it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 150. I'm here with the talented Wendy, and I just want to say thank you for joining us once again for that short commercial break.
Thank you.
Now, I have one easy question I was going to ask you, then I'm going to pass the show over to you for the next 15-20 minutes. You can ask me whatever you want. You're going to be in charge.
Cool.
So the first question I was going to ask you, and I asked you in the beginning, but you never really answered. Not a big deal. But did you ever get the chance to do one of those human pyramids? Or are you not a human pyramid girl? And were you a study nerd or party animal?
Cheerleader, but I never did the pyramid. And when it comes to party animal, no, that's kind of the quiet student who I think now I'm finally coming out. People are seeing what I can be. I got to the point where before I was like, I don't want people think I'm weird, whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm at the point where this is who I am, and if you don't like it, then don't look. Just like on my Facebook page, I have some things on that people actually, believe it or not, they call my mom and complain about it. Okay? Plain simple. Instead of coming to me, which they probably know that I probably say, you got a problem. So I came up with the slogan, yeah, it's your choice. You can look at it or not look at it. Don't, it's like, get a life, you know? So that's how I kind of been a little different lately. Some people kind of, whoa, before I used to be super quiet, but now I'm more, I think I'm making up for lost time.
Yeah, absolutely. What about the pyramid thing? I know you never did it, but would you be up for it, or is not your cup of tea?
Oh, I don't care. If it's something I can do and it's not going to kill me, I guess it'd be,
I
it's
love
like,
that stuff. I'm a loser.
oh, why do you say that?
I don't know. It's just a lot of people say it. You don't really do it, but I don't know. I'm embarrassed to say it. But that's why I always ask the girls the question: "You ever done a pyramid?" Because yeah, I ask the guys, I come off gay. So it's my
Oh,
way to flirting with the girls. But by being honest, I always wanted to do one since I was 4.
oh, cool.
But if you're willing to help me out, I appreciate
Oh, that'd be fun.
it.
Hey, we'll get a team together and we'll get this started now. That's cool.
Now, like I said, I'm going to pass the show over to you for a half hour. I mean, for 15, 20 minutes.
Oh,
And
cool.
you can ask me anything you want. This is your time.
Oh, thank you.
And there you go. You're in charge.
Okay. Is there, okay, just, okay, you're a talk show host. And there's any guest that you ever wanted to interview, it doesn't matter if they're alive or dead. If there's some person you really want to get you on your show, who would it be?
Um, sure. A lot of them. Like George Carlin or Robin Williams. But most recently, especially last night, I was watching his interview. I really wanted to have Rowdy Piper on my talk show.
Oh, cool. He was a very energetic person.
Yeah, I used one of his quotes recently at my work. This woman was giving me a hard time. Some old woman. Yeah, she gave me this card, and I scanned it, and I wasn't thinking. I threw it in the drawer, and she's like, but it was like a gift card. And they said, I still have a balance on my card. I went, okay, I'm sorry.
Sensitive.
And she said to me, yeah, you better be sorry. And I'm like, lady, just you're lucky I'm a good person. I'm just gonna walk away right now because I,
You're very nice. Some people are kind of.
yeah, I had 2 words for her, but I didn't want to do it. Number one, and I needed the job pay off my credit card, and I also am a good person. I just said, you know what? I don't have time to deal with people like that. So I was like, I apologize. That's not good enough for you. What do you expect me to do? But Rowdy Piper was definitely someone who I really wanted to get on the show recently.
Oh, that would have been cool. Oh yeah, a lot of people like him. I read when he died, a lot of people were just so sad and they were shocked that he was so young to be dead. I mean, you think someone like 89-year-old be dead with that? I was like, wait a minute, he still got a lot, still got some years left.
That's
That's
true.
cool.
I used to the customer I helped after the crazy person. I said I basically she bought a pair of shoes and it came up twice, and I explained it to her. My boss came over and explained it to her, but I didn't do anything wrong. It was a promotional thing. That's why it was like 4 items, but it was really 2. So I felt I wanted to do the Rowdy Piper, and I said not to her, but to the customer after, because she was watching the whole thing. It's like what the late great Rowdy Piper used to say. What we have here is failure to communicate.
I love that.
And the other one he used to say, but I sometimes say, is you do not throw rocks at someone who has a machine gun.
Good tip there.
Recently in the video he says, I used to say to people, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, but I'm all out of bubblegum. But he was one of the best. I miss Piper.
Is there someone else you like in this place that you
Um,
watch?
I'm working on getting Bret Hart. Um, he was so funny story about Bret.
Oh, tell me.
We went to the autograph sign. This is about 95, 96.
Oh, cool.
So I was about 6 or 7. So we're standing on line. My parents say, "Okay, stand on line. Me and your mother we gotta go shopping, whatever." And so they came back like 2 hours later, and it's like, didn't this line move at all? I go, no, I don't have all day to stand on this. Oh, they were here for 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Um,
Wow.
they've been here. Just what happened? We're here. Just miles, so I was sucking up. And as we were getting closer, we noticed Bret Hart's expression. His head was down. He was sign pass, sign pass. My dad's like, believe this guy, we paid all this money to come see him, and he has his head down, he's not acknowledging people. Now, I don't know if he was doing that the whole time, or he was just in his mood at that point. So, I'm just trying to find the words for it. But then it's like, okay, I'm gonna get him to look at me. No matter what I have to do, I'm gonna get him to look at me. So my two brothers went up first, and no reaction. And I thought it was my brother who grabbed the autograph from me, so I got like a death grip on it. But I remember I was pulling to the side, and I noticed it was Brett. And I was waiting for him to say, "Hey kid, do you want me to sign this or not?" But he stopped what he was doing, looked right at me,
Mm.
and he smiled. And not one little act of kindness left an impression in my life. And I told the story when he had his own talk show about, hey, remember the time, blah, blah, blah. And this co host said, oh, that's really amazing. And Brett said, yeah, I was probably annoyed at something.
It's cute. So you've always been interested in wrestling, or is something did your brothers get you into, or is this something you said, hey, that's for me, that's my thing?
um, basically, funny story about that is my brother before me, I'm the youngest, so the one who was born before me, was flipping through the channels and he came across WWF Superstars or Live Wire or Monday Night Raw or something, and that's how we got hooked.
Cool.
And from being 4 years old to now, the only thing good now is the women. Thank God for that. The women got better looking over the years. But it's like a transaction. Like a transaction. Like a transition.
Yeah.
The wrestling was good. He had a whole bunch of superstars like Brett, Michaels, Taker, Nash, Hall, Hogan, Savage, and the women were like, they weren't interactive. But
They weren't your
now,
standards.
yeah, because they're like women in their 40s and 50s, so it
I
wasn't.
understand. I understand. No 20 or hot ones.
So now, thanks to Tristral, again, get to that in a minute. And when they were doing the whole Attitude Era BS, I really didn't care for that. But I was an Owen Hart fan, and I was a Bret Hart fan. After Owen passed away in an accident, I stopped watching. Well, okay, I still watched, but I didn't really care as much. But because Trish Stratus and Lita debuted, I'm like, oh, these women are freaking gorgeous. And I always wanted, hey, if they're single, I would love to go on a date with someone, buy them lunch or dinner or just something. I was 15 or 14 at the time, but still, they got me back into wrestling, but I got into women's wrestling.
The
But
beat got you back in.
so they hooked me back in, and then I noticed, like I said, I still watched the wrestling during that period. But like Chris Benoit, who's one of the greatest professional wrestlers, don't know much as a human being because what happened with him, and Chris Jericho, and it was good, but I'm not as into it as I once was, because people who I grew up watching to the good years, like the Monday, I don't know if you heard of it, but it was the Monday Night War. Every Monday it was WWF versus WCW.
Was that something like what The Rock was in?
Yeah, that's when they were doing the whole 90 thing
Well, I
from.
know.
Basically, it was like WWF had Brett, Nash, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, and these guys went from WWF to WCW.
Okay.
And then they tried to say, oh, well, we made them, but they went over there, and now WCW has the advantage, especially with the NWO. Hogan, who was always, for the past 30 years, a good guy, turns heel, and that made the wrestling thing go up. And then Shawn Michaels was his DX, and they came up with the Attitude Era, and that's when The Rock came out, and Stone Cold with the beer cans, and
Oh, okay.
The Rock says, "Know your role and shut your mouth." It was okay, but it wasn't really something I cared for. I was more of a WCW person at the time because he had Brett, he had Benoit, he had all these great people. But that's the Monday night. Basically, the Monday Night Wars was he had the North versus the South. You had Connecticut versus Georgia. You had a group of people who were, and it's true, Eric Bischoff beat WWF 84 weeks in a row.
Oh my
And that's
goodness.
when they were doing the Attitude Era. It was all these bizarre things. Or they had the Godfather come out with his pimps and hoes. They had people showing off their asses, and it's like, kind of like this isn't wrestling. It was just like garbage, especially with ECW around garbage wrestling. Like they had some good matches, but I wasn't never really an ECW person.
It wasn't never the same.
And it's if ECW were calling each other's bitches and hoes, and they were using beer cans. Occasionally, it's cool to see someone get busted open if you're having a good match, but every single match, yeah, it's like bitches and hoes and blood and people going through the ring, people getting lit on fire, and it's kind of like, what? This is why people are messed up, and it's like this isn't even wrestling. This is garbage wrestling.
Turned into a very wild show.
And then because at the time people enjoyed that, it's like, oh well, we're tired of the 80s of take your vitamins, say your prayers of the Hogan era. And so WCW tried copying. Vince McMahon buys ECW. No one knows that until a couple years later. And he's like, well, we're going to copy them. And then everyone started doing the hardcore thing. I was like, this is terrible. And that's when wrestling for me was dying because it's garbage wrestling. Occasionally you want hardcore match, that's fine.
But not all the time.
No,
Like,
it gets redundant. But to answer your question, I watch wrestling now, especially for the divas. And thank God they're better looking than they were back then.
hey, you're honest. You gotta be. That's cute.
But, in the wrestling, there's more talking. John Cena talks during his match. Taker and Batista talk during their match. Triple H talks. There's more talking than wrestling. So it's
So,
more of a soap opera. It's always been a soap opera, but now it's more noticeable. I give you a perfect example. If you watch it, recently they had a pay per view. It was Sting versus Seth Rollins, and you can watch right towards the end. Seth Rollins says, "Grab my feet," and Sting grabs his feet. Oh, grab my feet, then struggle and are reversed. And okay, I'm gonna get up, you're gonna knock me down. He says it fast, so I'm gonna get up and you're gonna knock me down. But if you rewind it, he says, I'm gonna get up and you're gonna knock me down. It's kind of like you guys couldn't have talked before the match. It's fine because it's real. You're keeping it.
yeah. Like if they forgot to get together and how to coordinate to get to going. I understand this. It's not like I don't know. You used to a certain way, a certain look, and they kind of that's it. That kind of feeling I get. But being in New York, you must get a lot of excitement, a lot of things like that happening to go to instead of have to watch on TV.
Occasionally. I tell you a funny story.
But yeah, tough.
A couple funny stories, and I'll pass it over back to you because this is your time. We want, let's see, New Yorkers know that WWF, well, WWE, edit their audience. They add things in what they want to hear. So, so New Yorkers know it's got to be edited, and let's see, it's New York and New Jersey, but especially the New York, New Jersey people, they know it's got to be edited. So they said, could they say a couple of things like, this is bullshit or boring, or it says, they would chant for wrestlers who are not there anymore, like CM Punk. Or they wouldn't. And then I have to show you the video where they were messing around with the fans. So Randy Orton was in the match, and he's like, Randy Savage, clap, 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 Randy Savage. And the announcers say, that's not the same Randy, because
Yeah.
that's Randy Orton. They were chanting for Randy Savage, or they would yell, "Same old shit."
Well, never dull moment there, you could say.
They would just say everything that's a match. Um, it's really funny, but yeah, that makes it more entertaining. So okay, then I
Yeah,
have to.
no, the audience can probably kind of, get a lot of people want to come. They may not care for the match, but just have that part. And that's cool. That's really nice. So so you do a talk show and you like wrestling. Are those pictures behind you some of the divas that you like?
Oh, for these pictures, I have an empty frame. Long story about that. It's give me the highlights. You see that picture right there, the long one. That picture was originally supposed to be in the small frame, but Staples screwed it up. I told them I needed 18 by 24. Unfortunately, they screwed it up.
Oh.
So they gave me a 29 by 36. I'm like,
You're like, wait a minute, I didn't ask for that.
so, but for let's see, that one in the corner, it's Malena. Malena wrote on it, and
Oh, cool. That's your autograph.
well, not just an autograph. She gave me a personal message. It says,
Nice.
"Keep up the good work." I can send you the picture.
Oh, I like
She said, here, actually, I can read it to you.
it.
She said, let's see, to keep showing the world how amazing you are.
I like
And
that.
Velvet just says, to Keith, love always, Velvet Sky. This one was supposed to be Ashley's picture, but they messed up on that. So next time I'm gonna throw the frame at Staples, say make it fit, or I'm not paying for it. And this one, Ashley says, I gave her like a small gift, like a small little keychain thing. I was extending my hand to her friendship. So she said, to Keith, I love my gift. So amazing all you have accomplished. So proud of you. You are a rock star. So those are the only ones that I framed. But on the phone, I have the pictures, and it's got to be in my book. Me and Malena, me and Velvet. It's just when I took a picture with Ashley, I was like this. I was like on an angle, and I thought I was actually next to her. But yeah, my mom says, "How come you're so stiff in that picture?" I was like, "That wasn't my plan."
You're like, it wasn't playing that way, Mom. Trust me. That's cute. Well, that's nice. Those are always nice to have, autographed pictures. So if you bring back the memories, that's nice.
My friend, at the time who I used to hang out during high school with, I lost this picture when I was 5 or 6. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Actually, no, we had a couple. I lost to one, but I was 5 and 6. But my brother had one, and my sister took it. Was Alex, and so when I was hanging out with my friend, he had this.
Oh, okay.
And this was exactly the same one I had from Brett back in 95 and 96.
Small world.
And he said, "Oh, I used to have one of that. Yeah, I'm not really a wrestling fan." I was like, "Okay, can I have it?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, you can have it. I'm
I'll
not
take it
into
off your hands if you don't mind.
yeah." He said, "I'm not into the whole wrestling crap," and that's like, "Oh, well, I got it framed and everything, and
Oh, that's
it's
nice. Well, you
yeah,
guys, as my mom's always told me, you got to surround yourself with things that make you happy.
that's true." I wanted to, one more thing on wrestling, and then we go to another subject.
Okay.
Actually, to answer your first question, people who I wanted to interview, a bunch of wrestlers apparently,
There's nothing
but
wrong, but you like it.
that's true. And I interviewed over, thanks to you, 251 because I just did an interview. That's why you had to cut short the first one. But I interviewed actors, actresses, models, CEOs, professional wrestlers, cheerleaders, dancers, normal people like you and me. I interview everyone and everyone. Yeah, I make my interviews different and unique. Sometimes I get dressed up and look professional, or sometimes I'm like, hey, let's shake things up and wear a different shirt. Like I'm wearing my leopard shirt, and I like making everything different.
Yeah, you make it so it's not so boring. You enjoy it, you know.
And if you want, you can get up and walk around, show us your place. That's completely up to you. That's another thing I do with people. It's like make it more interactive, and it's just oh, I'm doing the best I can, and I hope people like it. I know it's being watched, but no one seemed to be comment except for the Wendy Pablo one. The Wendy Pablo, two people commented on it, but besides that, not a lot of people commented on my video. It's like I would like to hear the feedback. What to do, what not to do.
I understand. You know, so you're curious, yeah.
Well, while on subject, I am on the celebrity. What was it? Celebrity video. Basically, I can send you a link to this. It's
Oh, thank
a
you.
and you're an actress, you should be definitely be on that as well. It's a
Thank
celebrity thing where you can ask people to pay you to say happy birthday, sing a song,
you. Hmm.
words of wisdom. So the description will be in the link, in my link, and I'm on here. I'm charging like $10 or something. But I can say anything you want. Wish you happy birthday, congratulations. And there's other people like who was there? There's like a couple of wrestlers. There's a couple of actors. Um, there's Hugh Hefner. There's David, not David Letterman. David Hasselhoff is
Oh,
on
okay.
there. Panama Anderson's on there. And so basically, there's celebrities. I know I'm not a big celebrity. I'm a YouTube celebrity.
Well, you promote them.
Yes, and then you can like do your own videos. It's really good. You should check it out. And I'm on there if you want a video from me or anything. But
Well,
it's
it's good to know, but I didn't know that, so it's always helpful because everything, every little tip is very helpful.
like I said, this is your time. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about or ask?
Um, let's see. Um, was there any one person that you really wanted to interview, but for some reason, not because they didn't want to, but because of conflict or something happening, and they had to reschedule, but they never got back to you? You're still waiting for them.
Yeah, that happened a few times. Like this past Monday, I had 4 interviews lined up, and I did one. The other girl told me Skype wasn't working on. Okay. The other two, never heard back. They
Mm.
just completely blew me off. I'm like, that's bullshit. At least you could have just said, hey, something came up. I'm sorry, but not answering in just in general, like you put it off like it was nothing. That irritates me.
Well, it's disrespectful because you gave them your time, they're not giving you your time. That respect back for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, people who I wanted to interview, but they said, oh, I would, but I'm under contract, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Um, let's see. There's a couple of them. I recently asked Ashley, former WWE diva Ashley. She said she signed on to a new show, and I'm like, okay, I understand. And once I get more professional, maybe we can do something. But I'm like, okay, you're on a new show. You don't want to jeopardize it. That's understand. I
Right.
asked Melena Perez. She says she's not doing interviews now, but see if she will. She will definitely let me know.
Well, that's good.
Velvet, I'm still playing cat and mouse, trying to find a time and a place where it works out for both of us. Marty Jannetty, former WWF legend, says he signed contract issues that he's not allowed to do interviews. Um, I want to interview Eric Bischoff, Vince McMahon, and I'm not on that level. And there's other people saying to me, I recently got into a fight with this person and said, "What is your fan base? What do you mean by that? How many viewers do you get? How many of this and that? How many people follow you?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not a freaking cult leader, so I don't care how many people follow me." "Oh, that's not what we meant." And I was like, "Well, okay, now because my numbers are up, 331 people are following me on Twitter. Get in my likes if you can like my page on Facebook. I appreciate it. I don't know if you did or not.
Okay.
No, I appreciate it.
We
And if
even
you can,
sent you a message saying thank you for having me on the show.
and if you can share it with your friends, I would love that.
Oh, sure. That'd be easy. I can do that.
And that's going up over 100. And it says that's not good enough. And it's like I'll only be on your show if you pay me for your time. And it's like
Cool.
okay, fine. $30 for a half hour. $40 for 40 minutes. The highest I would go is 50. $50 for 50 minutes, making an hour. And it's like, no, no, you have to give me 1,000. You have to give me 2,000. I'm like, 1,000 for 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
You're like, I think so.
No, it's like that's. And the people who I interviewed even said it was stupid. They're only thinking about themselves, and I would never do that. $30, 30 minutes, 50 to 40, or 45 minutes to 50. That's fine. That's more than reasonable to do what we're doing.
Well, I think it's nice you help the exposure for people who want to be seen. Like, one thing I was excited about, I'm hoping maybe, you never know, someone might see me or some other person who wants to get in, and the right person could be that one chance to break him in. So that's one thing I was excited about. One, I get to meet a new friend, which I like that. Maybe get someone out of the blue. You never know. So I was thankful for that.
No, absolutely. And it's gone back to saying, well, we will only follow you if you pay us $1,000. And now you won't? Okay. Well, how many viewers do you have? Okay, 300. I don't know, numbers keep going up, but how many followers? 331 plus 110, I guess. I don't know how many likes. Yeah, that's not good. Back. Come back when you have 2,000, 3,000. I'm like, you understand that I have a learning disability, yes? Yes. Okay. You understand that this is for a good cause and a good message, and I'm showing people I can sell them out to something to make new friends. Yes? Yes. But you seem to be giving me a hard time anyway because it's beneath you and it's not worth your time. Yes? Yes. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't mean it like that, but no, you said yes, so you said it right the first time. But
Well, that person doesn't tell you that should not be someone you waste your time with, I guess.
yeah, absolutely.
Because, I mean, you're offering to give them some exposure, then their time, and all they're just seeing one just give you a hard time. Doesn't matter. I think they would just kept saying different money. They're not really interested in cooperating, you know.
And that's another thing that pissed me off about this person I was talking to. She said, well, how's your viewership? How many people following you? And I said to her straight up, I started to laugh and I said, are you being serious or are you just messing with me? And she said, no, I'm being dead serious. I want to know well, what's your following? How many people are following you? Because I'm not gonna waste my time with someone like you if it's not gonna be worth my while.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's kind of like, and there's I interviewed Vince Russo, and it's like, first off, you shouldn't be paying people. I did pay people, but then after what he said, it really makes sense. You shouldn't be paying people or trying to convince them. Say, well, be on my show and I pay you, or you're paying them. You shouldn't be paying people, period, to have them on your show. Number one, if they don't want to be on your show and support your message and cause, that's their problem, and they're missing the reason. That's two. I don't want to complain to you. I apologize.
Oh no, I understand. That would frustrate anyone. And you're trying to give them an opportunity to be on the show. It could be more exposure for them. They just seem to want to give you a hard time. Not doesn't matter what you're saying. I think that's their personality. It didn't matter. You could have been offered them $1 million. I think they would have raised it to 2 million. That's just no. It's good you stand your ground because otherwise, I don't. It would have been a very frustrating interview because I think they would probably done the same thing and be like, okay, next question. So it was meant to be that way, even though it's a sad idea to go through that. But everything happens for a reason, for next time that if some other person comes by like that, you'll be more prepared and you'll say, wait, this is how it is. If you don't like it, then you don't need to come on.
That's true. Do you have a couple more questions to ask me while wrapping up?
Do you have any? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, do you have any questions? Any more hard hitting questions you want to ask me some more? We're
Oh,
all wrapping up.
let me see. I wrote them down. Um, okay. Do your brothers or sisters watch your show? Do they watch you regularly and keep up with you, or do you have to? Or they just you have to tell them like, come on, watch the show.
They're embarrassed to me.
It's their loss. They're just jealous.
My parents, I guess it's a woman thing, like I was saying. My mom's very supportive. My dad says it's a hobby. And not to sound sexist, but it's women are more supportive than men. And my dad's like, it's a hobby. Go get a job.
We say, good hobby.
And he's okay. Well, when will you take me seriously? Oh man, maybe when you're being interviewed on TV.
Yeah, but
If
it could
you
be. But you got to start somewhere.
or if you have, because I came across someone on Facebook, Twitter, who was Dave Caruso, and it's like,
Wow.
tell you what, if you get Dave Caruso from, do you ever watch CSI Miami?
No, but I've seen commercials, so I know who he is.
He says if you get anyone from CSI Miami or Gary Sinise from NCIS New York, then I will take you seriously. Until then, it's just a hobby. And everyone else is like, I don't want to know what he's doing. I don't care what he's doing. I have my own problems. But, it would be nice to have more people supportive.
Well, I understand. It's just like when you don't, it's like you feel kind of degraded. So it's good to know who. At least you got your mom, you could say. No, it's good. I find it's really a good show, and it's fun talking back and forth and learning about people, and you get to show them the other people that may not know them. So if they're curious, they can just watch the show. Oh, now I learn a little bit, and then I can maybe start talking to them.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
because I watched that one with Janet DeCal, and she seemed really nice. I thought she'd be someone nice to know, but I like to, watching just to get to know more about her. I like that, so I could do that with other people too. I like that because it's kind of hard when you meet someone first. To break the ice, you need to know something about them. And I guess watching stuff like this, it helps out, break the ice.
Yeah, I give you a perfect example. When I first started my show, and don't ask me why it seemed like a good idea at the time, I did 72 phone interviews. And at the time, I wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh, okay, it's better than nothing. And I do this because I have ADD, ADHD, panic attacks. It helps me more interact with people. What I was doing this a long time ago. And I was still having panic attacks when I was doing the interviews. Because, yeah, I didn't see them. I heard them, but I'm not into the whole podcast thing. I like seeing who I'm talking to. And yeah, sorry, I just had to catch my breath.
I understand.
But they ask me, and it still gets me. You have this great format. Why don't you have any sponsors? Why don't you have people helping you? Why don't you have this and that? You're doing just a great thing. Why aren't you as big or bigger when you portray yourself to be? You should be. Would you like to help me with that? No, no. If you can't do it yourself, and it's not meant to be. One guy said, "Do it over," and we did. Thanks to you and my other friend, we did 251. And over the years, you can see from season one, okay, he was just starting out, and I hesitate more, or I ask questions, and I'm like, then
You're just learning how to, it's a learning experience.
in the video quality too. First here I can show you. From season one, I was recording from my phone. So what the image on the phone was, I got it from my camera.
Okay.
I don't have my camera around, so season two was I was recording what I was getting from the computer image to the camera. In season three, I just recently traded over to Skype recorder, so you can see the transition of how I
Yeah.
went from my phone to the camera computer thing. So it's gotten better.
So you're like improvement. Each season, you improve more and more, and you're learning more. So it's become more like, it's like second nature, like getting up and having breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have two more questions you would like to ask?
Okay, let me see. Um, do you ever get a nickname? Anyone ever give you a nickname for doing the show?
Had a nickname when I was working in a shitty store. I don't know what it was, but I consider myself like a puppy when it comes to girls because I'm very loyal, and I can be affectionate too. But not like saying I'm gonna kiss them or anything. I don't do that. I was, but I didn't. But I'm very passionate and loyal, and the nickname was Doggy, and I to this day I don't know what the hell that name even means. Yeah, but I hated that nickname. When I was in high school, um, this guy called me Slick, and I don't know what the
What?
hell. I don't know why he used to call me that. Um, and that was really about it. Slick or Doggy, but I hate those two freaking names.
Well, I don't blame you. I went like, I don't know. I just some like radio DJs have nicknames. I was just curious if you gave yourself something like that.
Oh, like a stage name?
Yeah.
Well, I don't give out my real name, but I created my own persona of Keith Andrew.
Oh, okay,
And
okay. I didn't know if that was your real name or not. I just kind of assumed it was. So now I know.
Well, I can tell you afterwards what my real name is, but I didn't want it to interfere with what my family was doing. So I didn't want to say like, "Oh, you're blah blah blah." I know where you live. So I had to make a second persona. It's all in my book too. I made a fictional character, was my first and middle name, Keith Andrew. And I was just recently I was talking to my friend who was doing the interview for, said it had a midlife crisis, or people who had midlife crisis, and I was just saying, my real name is Keith blah blah blah, and but I see myself as Keith Andrew. Now, how is I'm the same person apparently, but do I have like a personality disorder, or do I have like a split personality? Or Keith Andrews doing all these great things, but then you look at Keith blah blah blah. I'm all swept there. Keith blah blah blah, and he did this and he did that, so it kind of like balances out.
It sounds like you're doing like Superman, Clark Kent versus Superman.
Right, secret identity.
Yeah, I think of that. Superman right now doing your show, but then once you leave, you're back to Clark Kent.
I came up with something funny here. I want to show you,
Okay.
and you can ask me your other question in the meantime.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at my job, and they had this, and I wanted to do something funny with my talk show. So I did this promo of introducing.
Hey, cool, Darth Vader.
I said the new co-host of Uncensored, it's Darth Vader. Is how I would wear the mask and I would ask people questions. And
Well, that's cool. Unique. That'll get attention.
Huh?
That'll get attention.
Yeah. And I got around it, so I did a lot of stupid things. This was originally $30. Piece of plastic, $34. And I was like, can I get it for $8? Can I get it for this? No, now you have to get $34. So when I walk up to one of the people who was ringing, I say, there's no price tag on this. Can I get it for $8? So I got it for $8, and then I hid it in a bag until I was done at work. Cause it's like, hey, did you pay the right price to do this? And I was like, maybe. It wasn't worth $34. That's bullshit because George Lucas and Hasbro and Mattel were jacking up the Star Wars prices.
You're paying for the name.
Yeah, true. So when I do my interviews, I wear a black shirt. I have my leather jacket from the 70s. So I was like, well, what would be more intimidating? Darth Vader wearing a cape or Darth Vader wearing a leather jacket? So I said, I have the jacket. I no reason to order the cape, so I got the jacket. It looks pretty good. And I can't do the Darth Vader voice. There's a thing on YouTube where it's Chad Vader. It's very funny. I should send it
Oh,
to
I
you.
think I've heard that. Yeah, I think I've seen the video.
where Chad Vader in the supermarket, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
And I can't do the voice. I don't know how they get the voice, but I can do impressions, and I can do Bane's voice. So when I wear the mask, I don't like the Bane impression.
Oh, that's good. Hey, doing something. You got your own unique way. That's cool. I like that. And a lot of people like Star Wars. Yeah, they're gonna like you. Because I love Star Wars. I can't wait for the new one to come out. Are you looking forward to the new Star Wars that I guess in December it comes out?
Yeah, and recently on my store they were doing this whole big Star Wars thing, and I'm like, you couldn't just be doing this for the holidays. You have to do it in September. People are got to lose interest by the time it comes out.
Well, I remember the last one that was out. They were doing that. They had all these people, campaign. To me, I guess it's one way you won't forget it's coming out.
That's true. I can tell you a funny story. My eldest brother and my two other brothers went to the Middletown Theater to see Episode 1. And there's a lot of people wearing Star Wars gears and wearing this, wearing that. And they had their lightsabers. So my eldest brother and the other two got up and started dueling in the entranceway in front of everyone. And fans started cheering.
Would they give me a free ticket now? I know those are I saw commercials like where they like midnight when the first showing up, people were just waiting long lines for the movie. I mean,
right.
I love Star Wars, so I can see why, but I don't know if I could stand out long lines. I'd rather wait when it's not so cold.
I like Darth Vader, but I'm more of a Trekkie. No, I'm not really a big Leonard Nimoy. Actually, let me take that back. I'm not a big Will Shatner fan. I think he's kind of obnoxious, but he's okay. I don't really know him, so I'm not gonna say anything personally. But his character that he plays can be obnoxious. But I love Leonard Nimoy. He was the best one. Yeah, they live long and prosper.
Fun. Yeah, I can do it. And no, my dad loves Star Trek so much more. He can watch the reruns over and over. He was a major fan.
You were talking about the old one, or did you like Next Generation too?
My dad liked them all. I'm talking about my dad. Cause he would always knew he was watching because his TV music be playing Star Trek. Where we went, Conrad had a birthday. We're gonna go out to eat, and he wanted to go out for early lunch because he didn't want to miss the episode of Star Trek. But I'm like, no, we're not. He was bummed because that's his favorite show.
I like Next Generation.
Oh, that's
Patrick
good.
Stewart's really good. I would love to have him as a guest.
Hey, you never know. He might get him. Anything's possible. You know,
That's true.
he he actually is doing a TV show called Blunt. Did you hear?
No, I didn't hear.
It's not on a cable channel. It's quite funny. It's just totally different from the character he played in Star Trek, The Next Generation. He played like a serious man. This one he plays some crazy newscaster. It's funny, but no, that's a very popular show, I guess, in Britain. He was accepting some award that Patrick Stewart was, I read, and he said that at the end the royal family did a sign. When was it Long Live?
Live long and prosper.
Yeah. They said to him, he goes, definitely show them that even there the royal family liked the show. That was cute.
There's this one funny story about that. Then we can wrap up. Patrick Stewart was on stage doing poetry, and you, there are these two people in the front row wearing Star Trek officer uniforms. And when they saw him, they stood up and did the Live Long and Prosper. And he told security, "Can you get those two morons out of here?"
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's fun. That's cool.
Do you have any more questions you'd like to ask me?
Can't think offhand. I'm enjoying this whole thing, but I can't think of another question. Unless there's something you want to share.
No, I think we covered everything. I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show.
Well, thank you for having me.